Welcome to Chamber Today. This month our focus will be on the upcoming holiday events within the Chamber that impact our business community. So sit back and enjoy Chamber Today. Hi, I'm Aaron Stern, a local business owner and a member of the Spanish Fork and Salem Area Chamber of Commerce. Our focus this month is on some of the holiday events in our community. First, we sent Nicole Hammond to Canyon View Park to see the setup for the Festival of Lights.
Hi, today we're at Canyon View Park chatting with Emily. Emily, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Emily Harriman. I am the Special Events Supervisor at the Parks and Recs Department for Spanish Fork City.
And we are here today at the Festival of Lights. It happens every year, and you're on your 29th year, is that correct?
That is correct. 29 years of Festival Lights, and next year is our big 30th.
So when do you guys start setting up for the Festival of Lights?
We actually start our setup process on October 1st when the park closes. We have our own crew with Janice and her team that go through and check all the light bulbs and set everything up.
Well, that sounds like a really big process. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
It really is a huge process. Our employees spend about 1,600 hours each season setting up the entire park. Janice and her crew goes through and they check every single light bulb. And we have about 3 million light bulbs.
Wow.
So it is a very long process.
So is it like at my house, when one light goes out, the whole thing goes out? Or is it a little different?
No, we have great staff who know how to fix everything.
Perfect.
So if one light bulb goes out, they can fix that. They even know how to repair the wires, the sockets, everything they can take care of.
There are a lot of structures out here. Do you know approximately how many?
We have over 250 structures, and we get new structures every single year.
Okay.
Next year, we're gonna have a lot of structures. We've got some really big surprises in store as part of our 30th celebration.
Do you have any hints for us for the surprises?
Oh, you know, I really don't like giving hints because people like driving through the Festival of Lights every year and looking around to see what's new, but it's going to be more than one new structure. So that's the best hint I can give you.
Perfect. And you do have a new structure this year, which we're not going to tell because we want people to guess, right?
That's correct. It's always a secret.
So the Festival of Lights has become a huge family tradition for many people in the community. I know I used to take my kids when they were super tiny, and it's just something we did every December. Do you have any stories about family traditions? How long have you been coming?
So the one thing about Festival of Lights is a lot of people who, even as they move out of the area or they grow up and have children of their own, they still come back every year and still carry on that tradition with their family and go through. One of my favorite things is actually going through and reading Google reviews from people about them loving to come to Festival of Lights. We get a lot of college students, a lot of people who even drive 2 hours away to come to this event. And the feedback from them is just so positive about how it's such a family-friendly and low-cost event and something that they can do several times during the season.
How do you get here and how do you get in?
So the best way to get to Festival of Lights would be to come from US 6, and then you'll turn down Powerhouse Road, and that's where you'll see our ticket booth. At our ticket booth, you can buy your tickets there with either cash or credit card. It's $8 for a single family vehicle, and then the price goes up to $22 if you have a truck with trailers, and then $30 if you have a bus.
Do you have any way to buy things in advance, like gift cards or anything like that?
We sure do. You can come to the Parks and Rec office or City Hall, and we have a punch pass for 5 visits for $35, or you can buy gift certificates for your neighbors. Those will make great neighbor gifts.
Okay, so Festival of Lights is a huge event, and there can be traffic up to a mile, so is that true?
It actually can be longer than a mile.
Okay.
We get a lot of people that come to Festival of Lights. There have been times that traffic's been backed up for several miles, but it's okay. The line goes relatively quick. So when you're waiting in line, use that time to have fun with your family and listen to Christmas music, have some treats. maybe stop off at a local business on the way in before you get in line and pick up some hot chocolate.
Is there a time that you would suggest that people could come to maybe avoid that?
So I would think our slowest days would be Wednesday, Thursday, and Sundays.
So while you're going through the park or waiting in line, and you want to listen to the Christmas music that kind of goes with everything, how do you do that?
We have a FM transmitter down here at the park, so you can turn on your car radio to 99.7 and you could start listening to Christmas music as you're waiting in line. It does reach about a mile from Canyon View Park. And then when you come down in the park, let's say if you have a trailer, we actually have speakers throughout the park, so your people in the back of the truck or trailer can hear Christmas music that you're hearing inside the car.
With this being such a big event, is there any issues that you have to deal with?
Yeah, of course we have some issues. So one of them is when people are waiting in line, you always get a few people who cut in front of them, and people don't like that. So that's one thing to try to remember is it is Christmas. Let them cut in front of you, or if you're the person trying to cut in front of them, just don't cut in front of them. Another thing that we've had to do with the high volume of cars, so we used to allow a second drive-through of the light display for the first couple weeks and the last couple of weeks. Now that we have so many vehicles, we're only allowing a second drive-through from December 26th to January 1st.
So let's talk about the hours.
So we actually open up on Thanksgiving night and we run through January 1st. We are open every single day, so the entire week from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m.
Perfect. So come on down. It definitely gets you in the holiday spirit. Listen to music, hang out with your family.
And do my favorite, go shopping.
Go do some shopping. Yes.
Thanks, Emily, with the Parks and Recreation Department of Spanish Fork City for that great information. The Festival of Lights is a month-long major event that directly impacts many of our local businesses. Coming up next on Chamber Today, we'll learn more about the Winter Lights Parade. Stay with us. Welcome back to Chamber Today. For years, the Chamber has been responsible for the organization of the Winter Lights Parade. The parade is a big family favorite and a wonderful way to usher in the holiday season here in Spanish Fork. With me now to share some of the history of the parade is Susan Taylor. Thanks for coming, Susan.
Thanks for asking me.
Great. So we're going to talk about the Winter Lights Parade.
One of my favorite subjects.
Yeah. So how did you originally get involved with it?
Well, when I was the president-elect of the Chamber of Commerce,
Okay.
we went to the downtown lighting of the lights. It existed of a children's choir in the church next to the city, and as I looked around, the only people I saw there were people whose children were involved in the choir.
Okay.
So I said to Karen Payne, who was my secretary at the time, I said, we need to do something different. I had no clue what we needed to do, but we needed to do something different. So we went to the state chamber, I guess it was a conference we went to, and some of the people in Price had got up and said that they had done a light parade and how successful it was.
Oh, fun.
And I looked over at her and I said, we need to do a light parade.
Okay.
I said, I think that would be great. We could get people out on Main Street. We would give the whole town a reason to come out for the lighting, not just a few people who were involved in the choir. So that's kind of how it started.
Oh, great. And what year was that?
It was, I think that was in 1998 was the
Okay.
year I was the president.
Okay. So other than last year when we didn't hold it, it's been 23 years.
Right.
Wow.
Right.
And it seems like every year more and more people are coming too.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's a big thing now.
Yeah.
People really like the light parade.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a big thing.
Has it always been on Main Street?
It's always been on Main Street. Yep,
Okay.
we've always started at 9th North where Cal Ranch is
Okay.
and ran down to the city park and
Okay.
ended at the city park. And in the first few years we had the people, because we didn't have a lot of floats and stuff, but we asked the people to park their floats on the city park so people could walk around and see them after the parade.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and that was pretty successful. We
Yeah.
did that for a couple of years and then it got bigger and,
Yeah.
didn't have room, so.
Right, right.
Huh.
So are there any of the memorable floats that you can think of over the years? I mean, have we used the same ones year after year, or is it always changing?
People always change them.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, myself, we would make one every year, and we would just make sure we changed it every year, you know, made it a little bit different and put trees on it, or put Santa Claus, well, not Santa Claus, but put trees on it, or put like a Santa Claus workshop on it, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Or a gingerbread house, or, you know, something different every year.
Sure. Speaking
And
of
so
Santa,
did, so did the other businesses. It was really interesting to see what they'd come up with from year to year.
Right, right. Is Santa coming?
He is, but he's
Okay.
always on the chamber float.
Yeah.
That was kind of a rule we made up first because we didn't want to get people confused.
Yeah.
There's only one Santa.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. There's only one big guy.
That's right.
Cool. So does it always coincide with the lighting of the Main Street lights?
It always has.
Okay.
That's what we started it for. We started it to turn the lights on Main Street. So we turned off the lights on Main Street.
Okay.
You know, we didn't have them turn the lights on Main Street until the parade was done. And then when the parade was done, they'd turn all the lights on Main Street. So
Yeah.
when people were leaving, the lights were all up and running.
Right.
And the city's been really good to work with us that
Yeah.
way.
Yeah, it's fun. I mean, you know, my wife and I have a shop on Main Street, and we always turn all the lights off, and we sit down there, and it's so fun to see Maine
Right.
in the dark with those floats coming down.
Right,
Yeah.
right. I think it makes them even look better.
Yeah.
I had one of my clients that owned a business, and she said, well, what would I put in? Because I said, you need to do a float.
Sure.
She said, well, what did I put in? And I said, you can put any lights on anything and it looks good. And she owned a outhouse business, and she pulled an outhouse down Main Street with lights on it.
Oh, that's
And you
awesome.
know what? It was just fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, I always like the little trees that are driving
yeah.
all around.
That's, yeah.
Those are pretty fun.
Blake Barney does those.
Okay.
Yeah, he does.
Blake's been involved for a long time.
Blake and I kind of started it together. We live in the same neighborhood, and so I went up to him and said, I think that we need to do a float for our young men and young women to be on. And I said, this is what I'm doing, this is what I'm trying to do. I think we need a float, you know, for like with the manger scene and stuff on it. And so he got right on that, and boy, he just, every year he's come up with something new and something, you know, bigger and better, and yeah, he's really worked hard.
How many floats are there?
Well, when we very first started out, we started out with, I think we might have had about 14 or 15 floats.
Okay.
And out of those 14 or 15 floats, my family probably did 6 of them.
Oh, wow.
Because I wanted it to be successful,
Sure.
but people didn't quite understand the concept of it, so I just thought, well, we're just going to make this work. So I talked to Jack Swenson at the city office, and I said, can I use a Miss Spanish Fork float in the parade? And I was explaining to him whatever, and he said, sure, and he gave me the lights to put on it even.
Oh, cool.
He said, we got some extra lights from lighting Main Street, so he gave me the extra lights to put on that. And I think they've been on it every year since. And of course, I haven't lit it every year. But then I talked to a few other people, and I wanted one for the mayor. Marie Huff was the mayor at the time, and I wanted a float for her to write on. So, you know, we made a little gingerbread house float, and she sat on it. I had a little, like it's not a sofa, but a love seat type thing that I put on it. And she rode down on it. And actually, they threw me on it with her, and we both rode down Main Street. And as she rode down, she saw all of these people who'd come out for this parade, and she said, look at this. Look at how many people are at this event. Isn't this the coolest thing? So that's kind of how it started.
Yeah. And it's amazing. I mean, no matter how cold it is,
Right.
people come out.
Right. The weather's never stopped anybody.
Yeah. Any memorable weather events? Have we ever had a big snowstorm? Or?
I can't think of anything. I mean, there could have been, but you know, 23 years is a long time to think about.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know it's been mighty cold, and people say, "Oh, but it's so cold," and I say, "Stay in your car."
Yeah, for sure.
You know, you can park on Main Street. You can stay in your car. That's one thing that we've never stopped them from doing, is because it is cold, and little kids need to stay warm.
But there will be hot chocolate, though, right?
That's what I understand. They'll be selling hot chocolate and donuts along the parade route, maybe at the end of the parade route.
I think down towards city.
Down toward the city
building,
office,
Yeah, I think so. This year the parade's changed a little bit. What day are we having it on?
I understand we're having it on Saturday
Okay.
instead of on Friday.
Yep.
So Guess that's good too.
Yeah, and we're doing that because of Salem.
Yes, Salem
Yeah.
City does their pond town lighting.
Yeah.
On Friday night, and
Yeah.
so they've chose, because we are a Spanish Fork Salem Chamber of Commerce,
Sure.
they've chose to do ours on Saturday.
Yeah. Plus, I think a lot of people, they feel a little torn between going to the two. and
Exactly.
They'd want to
Exactly.
go to both.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So I don't know how, I assume the city will probably turn their lights on before.
I'm not sure.
I don't know how they're going to do that, where we're going to do our parade a day later, if they're going to just go ahead and turn their lights on Thanksgiving night, or if they'll wait and turn them on Saturday. I haven't talked to the city about that. I don't know if anybody has.
I'm not sure. I guess we'll find out.
Yeah, and the big lighting of the tree that they do at the city park,
Yeah.
or I mean at the city office, hopefully they'll coincide that with the light parade this year,
Yeah,
where
that'd be
you're
nice.
changing that, so.
Yeah.
I
I'm
don't
sure
know.
we can figure something out.
Yeah, I'm sure they've got that worked out.
Yeah. Cool. Great. Well, thanks for coming on the show today.
Well, thank you.
It's been wonderful, and it's great to talk about the traditions that we have here in Spanish Fork.
Yeah.
And I know this is a big one for everyone.
It is. It's amazing how successful it was when I went around to people trying to get them involved.
Mm-hmm.
I went to the writing club and asked them if they would carry the colors down and put lights on their trailer, their horse trailer, and put lights on their. I said, "There's battery lights. You can put them on your hats. You can put it on, whatever." We talked to the band, and the band kids started lighting their instruments up and learned a Christmas tune for us. It was just amazing how many people thought, "Oh yeah, this is going to be great," and stepped up to the plate and helped us.
Yeah.
So.
Cool.
And it has been a very successful event, I
Yeah.
think.
I definitely missed it last year.
Yeah. Oh, I did too.
We missed a lot of things last year.
Yeah.
I'm glad we're getting back to
Oh,
normal.
I'm so glad we're getting back to more normal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep.
Great. Well, thank you so much for coming.
Well, you're welcome. Thanks for asking me.
Sure. As Susan said, the Winter Lights Parade will be held this year on Saturday, November 27th at 7 p.m. It'll run from 900 North down Main Street to 100 South. And be prepared with your winter coats, gloves, and hats to stay warm. Coming up next, we'll review the November Business of the Month and the Chamber's calendar of events. Stay with us. Welcome back to Chamber Today. Recently, we recognized Blaine Home Excavating as the November Business of the Month. Let's enjoy that moment.
Congratulations, Blaine Home Excavating, November Business of the Month.
Hey, this is Randy Kaufman with the Spanish Fork Salem Chamber of Commerce, and we're here today celebrating Business of the Month with Blaine Home Excavating. I am with two of some of my favorite people, but I'm going to let them introduce themselves and tell us a little bit about your business.
I'm Heather Hone, and you are Blaine Hone.
I be Blaine Home, yeah.
We have a local excavating company. We started in 2004, so we've been around quite a while. We do everything with dirt.
And other things.
And other
That's why my employees keep coming back, because it's never dull at our job.
So that's about it.
So, 2004, and you guys are located in Lakeshore, but you spend a lot of your time Spanish Fork. But what other areas do you guys work
We're
in?
licensed for Utah, all over Utah. I can go anywhere I wish. I prefer to stay south. But we do we work with Triple T and a bunch of them as far as doing water line repairs and sewer repairs. And
Basements, subdivisions.
we're moving a spa today.
Yeah.
We've got a crane
awesome.
up the canyon moving a spa.
Well, and I know you guys do a lot in the community. It's not just that you guys work here. I rarely not see you guys involved in one way or the other. What are some of your favorite things to be involved with the community, whether it be Fiesta Days? I know Winter Lights Parade has always been a big thing. Like, what are some of your favorite events to be involved with?
I've always liked the Easter egg hunt. That's always been fun. It's lots and lots of planning, and it's over really fast. But to watch the kids,
It is. It's
You know,
a lot of fun
running.
we take the horse trailer and the fifth wheel horse trailer and stuff all the treats and stuff into it, and everybody brings the treats and that, and it's amazing the people that show up for that.
Awesome.
so the Easter egg's been one of my favorites.
Yeah. You guys have been in business, 17 years now. Things have changed a lot from 2004 to 2021. What are some of the biggest changes you've seen in growth with your business?
Machines cost more, but they're more sophisticated. things are more high tech. Our equipment, our machines, everything has changed in the last 17, 20 years.
How often do you have to switch out equipment and upgrade?
As often as the boss will let me. we try to take pretty good care of our machines. They are expensive, but
Yeah.
They are.
we do take pride in keeping our stuff nice. So I try to keep them for quite a while.
Yeah. So, what is your maybe favorite memory with your business, or what is one of your most favorite projects that you've been able to work on?
Well, I could tell you about one we've got going right now, and my wife don't even want to look at it because she says I told her about my life insurance policy.
It's a block wall and
It's a retaining
Bluffdale,
wall.
retaining wall.
Suncrest.
and it's
18 feet below me here and 25 feet below me here.
Serious.
So we
So
did you up
do
your
all kinds of
insurance
work.
then?
I hope. Do you?
hopefully Lance will be here today.
Yeah, there you go.
We do a lot of work. I like to do a lot of canyon work. We do stuff up Fairview Lakes. We go all over.
You like working with Fish and Game too.
Oh yeah, I do a lot of work with the DNR.
Oh, awesome.
So, good friends with a lot of them guys.
So if somebody wants to utilize you guys for a project, how do they get a hold of you?
My cell phone number is 801-380-3907. And Blaine's is 801-380-7029.
Well, I just want you guys to know how much the Chamber appreciates you being involved in your volunteering, and I know the community definitely benefits from everything you guys do. So you very much deserve the Business of the Month. So
Well, thank you.
we're so welcome.
Appreciate that.
So I just want to give a shout out to Channel 17 for recording our Business of the Month. And as always, thank you, Macy's, for the great, delicious cake. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
There are many events coming up on the Chamber calendar. Welcome Jesse Carden, this year's Chamber Chairman, with the details.
Thanks, Aaron. With the holidays in full swing, we have just a few events scheduled for December. First, on Saturday, November 27th at 7 p.m. is the annual Winter Lights Parade on Main Street. It might be chilly, so come prepared. Spanish Fork 17 will record the parade and replay it throughout December. On December 2nd, we celebrate the Business of the Month with the Spanish Fork Hospital. On December 9th at noon, we will be holding a ribbon cutting for Remarkable Home Loans. On December 15th, there will be a ribbon cutting for the mural at Tabitha's Way. That's on the Chamber office's western wall. Be sure to come and take a look. On December 16th, we'll be holding our noon networking lunch. Our Christmas luncheon is always a fun event. Be sure to bring a white elephant gift to share. For more information about these events, please visit our website at SpanishForkChamber.com. And that's your Chamber calendar.
Thanks, Jesse, and thanks to Nicole for her story. And thanks to our guest, Susan Taylor, for her involvement in the Winter Lights Parade. Thanks also to the leadership for the Chamber of Commerce, Spanish Fork City, and Spanish Fork 17 for the support. We look forward to being with you again with a new edition of Chamber Today next month. Thanks for watching and supporting our local businesses.